Speaking of
Nice.
games for the PLC,
We have some people moving around on Krug Killas in their positions. Spectral is in bot lane. Sass Raptor moved up to top lane. The support goes to mid lane. The mid lane goes to support. So there,
I
a
don't know.
lot of moving around, and so that's gonna be fun to see what kind of changes they make because I know Shazbot
Huh.
prefers like the mid and jungle. So let's talk about some of these bans though. Going through
I
because
don't know.
the picks and bans have already happened through draft tools. We see the Warwick ban just because so many people on Krug Killas
Hmm.
are Warwick players. I like the Cho'Gath pick in the jungle. Interesting.
Now, just based on our ruling come January and the way that everything went on the last one, I don't know that we can trust the order of Krug
Yeah,
Killas.
we may have to reorder once we get into game, and that's okay. It looks like it might be they're not in the correct order. Leash will be going support with that. Cool. So yeah, we'll
Absolutely.
be doing some reordering on that as
However,
we figure that out.
the Kane pick is what's interesting to me because it's alongside of Viego. These are both typically jungle champions because of the way their kits are built. You don't get to use one of your spells if you're not in the jungle for either of these champions. Often,
As effectively.
often, and as effectively. Yes, the ability to pass through terrain for Kane and the mists for Viego. And so one of these two champions is going to be in a lane, and I'm curious to see how effectively they move around the map and utilize those tools.
Yeah.
But even more interesting to me, I think, at this particular moment, is the lineup from the Krug Killers because Lilia, same thing, is typically in the jungle. And then your top laners. So what I think it's going to be Tom Kench
Well,
in the
we
middle.
know. So they're keeping the same lanes as last time. They just happen to be in the incorrect order in lobby right now. But we'll be able to get that fixed in game. So Shazbot is. Oh, wait a
Exactly.
second.
Exactly.
Shazbot may have changed to ADC.
I think that might be what happened is Raptor is going to go into the top lane and
Okay.
Kelsier actually played mid lane for Eman Mate when he first joined in with PLC. And so I wonder if that's where he's going to be piloting the Cho'Gath is in the mid lane.
I will give a shout out to the Sassy Raptor in Discord, who got recruited an hour before tournament
Yeah.
to play in game, and so I was able to talk with him a little bit. Re- really funny. We talked about how great the Sassy Raptor is as a name,
Hmm.
and it was a good time. So we have our drafts locked in. And yeah, I believe we're gonna see Kelsier in top lane with that, with the
I
Tom
think
Kench
it's
mid lane.
mid. I think you're
Or
better off with the Cho'Gath in the middle.
so Tom Kench in the top lane versus the Nivea. And yeah, I want I, man that once we end the game we'll be able to figure out, but I think Viego does
Right.
better in the top lane versus the Kane.
One thing that excites me is I love watching Sivir get played. Her ultimate has a very unique impact on the game. She's strong when crowd control and dive is strong because it allows you to chase. They don't have the composition on the side of Birb that I typically would see with it. The likes of Maokai or Kled, which is probably why Kled was banned, and other heavy crowd control like what's that champion's name? Volibear even would be a good one.
Yeah.
All these a Mumu would be a great pick because you get a chance to move forward when you normally can't. You can catch enemies that you normally can't. And so the pick and chase power on the side of Burb is actually very, very strong. Kane can
Okay,
go through the walls.
being able
Sivir
to
also.
speed up Kane and Viego. Goodness. uh,
It's Vayne.
yeah, it's Vayne. Wait, no,
Not Kiego, it's Vayne.
it's Vayne. So speed up our Vayne from your top side, and we have Braum with the concussive blows works very well with this entire team, except for the mid lane. Mid lane is usually our caster. Like Viego's very happy to be stacking up with that. Your Siver's very happy to be stacking up with that. Kane is very happy to stack up concussive blows. So whoever the jungler is, I expect it for them to show up in the bot lane,
Mhm.
and Nami better have some very solid bubble placement to stop that from going south very quickly.
Yeah. And one of the other things is Zaya is a relatively safe pick. Once level 6 is hit, the ability to negate dives becomes huge for Zaya players. And alongside a champion like Nami, who has the speed ups, who gives you the steroids on her E and has that crowd control plus a heal, I think that that pairing is going to be really good for the Krug Killas.
Yes. All right, we are now loading into our game. I'm excited. Let us know, who do you think is going to win based on this draft? Is it going to be Krug Killas or Birb? And I don't know.
I think we also
Let's
need to get a poll going on which champion is top lane versus jungle and top lane versus mid on either team,
We
because
need a
I'm
way to
pretty
set up
sure.
polls is what we need to do.
Yeah, we need
Goodness.
to
We need to
get.
get access to make polls.
I
Please
am
please watch
thinking.
our stuff. Get us some watch hours so we can get more tools to do stuff like that.
I'm thinking it will be Kane versus Tom Kench top, and then the Viega will be in the jungle. It will be Cho'Gath versus Anivia in the mid lane. That's what I'm calling. Let me know if you guys
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, I'm thinking similar. And yeah, not a lot. Same, Braum does have the tankiness to make up for the late game team fights, and but even though they're not, I mean, Kane can get very tanky.
Yeah,
Uh,
especially with the red
and
form.
yeah. What will be interesting to see is, well, Viego. What, they even both took smite? What the heck?
They're just
Ah,
messing with us.
I don't know what to think.
I love that so much. This
Oh, incredible.
this is a callback to way back when. I want to say it was season 5 or 6, between 5 and 7, when teleport smite on Shyvana, or what was that? Hecarim was very popular, and it just helps you secure the objectives, which is really strong. And speaking of strong, Kelser going in on a Call Me Soul really wants to burn
Burn
that
the flash.
passive early. Wow.
And, yep.
Who needs level 2 for your all in when you're Cho'Gath?
I mean, you just hit Q and just start walking at him.
That was really impressive. And Call Me Soul, I mean, burning the flash is unfortunate, but staying alive is really important. I think that's the number one advice that I have heard from high level players and streamers is stay alive. The amount of time you're on the map is more valuable than a 5-minute timer that you're only
Yeah.
going to use at a team fight anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Team fights will happen every 2 to 5 minutes. You'll have it up for half your team fights.
Exactly. So good on Call Me Soul, but that's a worrying trend. Oh my gosh, he's got Hail of Blades on the Cho'Gath. That explains it.
Yeah, looking to just do a ton of damage.
I love it. Is that oh my gosh, it's Unsealed Spellbook Kane. That's why he went with the smite.
Interesting.
We're catching all of these things too late just because it's so weird.
Yeah. Yeah, once we get this overlay back up, we can see more of what we're seeing.
Knock up here from
Another
Kelsier.
hit
The
in
slow
the
from
lane.
the E. Call Me Soul is in the egg form. Kelsier doesn't have the cooldowns, though, to secure the kill.
Yeah. Just walk away. Get so you popped the passive. Just go and get some more farm.
Absolutely. Clarified. I thought it was Clarfield, like Garfield with a C, and that's not accurate. But
Nope,
Clarified
Clarified.
gets rooted in and gets the Unbreakable put up, and so they're just fine on the bottom side. More fights here in the mid lane. Call Me Soul is knocked up by Kelsier. He goes in with that. Oh my gosh, he flashed over and gets first blood.
Yeah, and now he's gonna
Here
just
goes
fight the
Viego.
jungler and walk away.
And there it is. That's how you play that. Stopping the feathers, Clarified, makes it so the Root Caller does not do anything. Flash, actually, Arcanist? Arcanist. Yeah, Arcanist. Has to flash away. Good gank coming out of Spectral, who also used his flash. And this game is exciting. Not as many deaths so far, but it is high action already.
Yes, there's a lot of stuff is happening, and that's
Another fight here. Ruin does block the bubble, but Shazbot gets the root onto Clarified, and nothing will come out of it, but scary.
yeah. What's also scary is we're getting some really low mana. Yeah, that's as they start getting ready to back up, and Nivea moving up a lot further up on the lane than I expect to see somebody who has gone down so far. Is down 1 kill.
And the pattern here, Kelsier is playing a champion that's pretty linear. He only does like 2 things, and so if you can dodge out that rupture, you can get away with quite a lot of spacing and interruptions.
Call Me
Kane
Soul
being
is having
chased up on the top side. The Psychopathic Poro is caught in the wall and just kind of hanging out there. Leash Me Please goes in with Spectral. Kelsier jumps in. That's going to be the ultimate. Level 6 already on Psychopathic Poro. Means that he is low. He dashes away. Is he going to make it out? He doesn't have his E quite yet. Kelsier instead gets the kill with the Feast. And that's a big old stack.
is caught on the wrong side of the jungle and has to run away for a long time, and there's a lot of tools to catch up to a Kane for that. That's
Another
gonna
fight
help
here.
the
Kelsier is
Doppler.
gonna get onto Call Me Soul, throwing out the Feral Scream. That's all he's gonna get though, because the stun comes out. Call Me Soul dodges the Swirl Seed barely, and a beautiful wall will keep Spectral away from getting the kill. Winter's Bite will slow him down. I don't think they chase after this, but it's good roaming there to save the mid laner. And Observer, if we could get our items up on the screen, that would be very helpful. There we go.
Yeah, working on that. The looks like we're just having some technical issues with the overlay, and overlay kind of reset and removed all the mainstays in the overlays. So yeah, we'll get that figured out and have some of the items in place here.
The Kane
and the Cole on Sivir.
That doesn't surprise me though. When you're gonna be stuck in a lane and farming, that's a good choice. The Cole on the Kane along with the Doran's Ring is a little bit more surprising to me. They're engaging up on the top side as well as fighting on bottom. The bottom fight's gonna turn into nothing. Meanwhile, Call Me Soul is caught by 3. Flash is burned. They don't chase, but the Psychopathic Poro does make it out. Instead, Arcanist is here, wants to go after Spectral. Sask Raptor goes in to follow up, but the Heartbreaker stops it. He picks up a kill, goes in with the Lilia form, and that's going to be another kill. Good job to Birb.
Viego is now starting to get the abilities, and that's feeling really good.
Bubble onto Clarified, only level 5. He's not going to be able to throw down Glacial Fissure to disengage. Jazzbot has quite a few feathers down to call, but no roots will come out of it, and they will just back up.
Get some farm before this teleport comes in.
So dealing with proxy is another one of those things that's frustrating, but not the worst thing.
Yeah, it's not as bad as you think it is. It's just a little bit frustrating, but there are ways to just mitigate that and even cancel it out. You can punish proxying fairly easy.
Mhm. You just what it is you keep your wave. So they're stopping your wave.
Goodness.
You just got to keep yours away from the turret so that you can secure all of the farm. And then
Practice your last hitting.
exactly. Soul is in some trouble here. Throws down the stun to get away. Low on mana though, so you don't want to throw the ultimate down and do that. Oh, but speaking of ultimates, 3 of them are used on the bottom side. Classified as knock up in the air. Shazbot's in some trouble really low. Up on the top side, that is a kill for Tom Kench. No feathers called in. Ruin makes it out, and Clarified is still barely alive.
All right, we have another teleport into the mid lane. Viego has taken that dragon.
He's pinged, though. They're gonna go for it. Kelsier has the feast. Starts with a rupture, gets the knock-up. Arcanist jumps away, doesn't hit the gaping maw. Kelsier has a lot of damage here. Gets the rupture to force the flash. They're gonna pull the Drake out of the pit, maybe. I guess not. He's got to get it down to 600 for the smite. And that is secured there for the side of Krug Killas. Arcanist gets the kill on to Shazbot. Spectral gets the kill onto Clarified. Spectral is chasing. Has the sleep onto Ruined. Gets another kill. That's going to be a double for the Lilia. Arcanist is seen here. Kelsier gets the Rupture and the Feral Scream. That's shutdown gold over to the Cho'Gath. Call Me Soul is going to be slowed down. Spectral still in here and fighting, trying to get him into the egg form. They do it. Leash Me Please and Kelsier are here. Even though Spectral is down, do they have the damage to get the kill onto Call Me Soul? I just watched the Keystone for Kelsier get him a lot of damage. Leash Me Please picks up the kill. Sassy Raptor is alive underneath the turret. Psychopathic Oro takes another hit, but picks up the kill with the Reaper.
All right, and we're at 5-7, and we also want to get the champion portraits on the sides as well back up. That will be blue team, red team frames. Yes.
Thank you, Observer. Much appreciated.
Yeah. Just some technical issues with the special overlay that we want to get online. It's just kind of freaking out. So we're sticking with this for now.
Yeah, the good old-fashioned.
Oh my goodness. And speaking of that overlay, it reactivated and killed the overlay again.
Well,
cool. Yeah. We will figure that. We'll figure that. It is in beta. It's still being worked on. Didn't give this much problem in previous tests, so apologies. But yeah, let's get back to the game.
Trouble. Oh, the wall didn't knock Kelsier the correct way, and that's another kill over to Kelsier. He's on a rampage at the moment. Now, looking at feats, one more. Oh, it could already be on the side of Birb because they have the first turret. They might have got the Feat of War first. We won't be able to tell until we have our items up and can see our boots.
Yeah,
but I think that's already there.
On our overlay, bring up the scoreboard as well for items. Yeah.
Okay, no level 2 boots yet. So, oh, there are. Okay, so that means that Feat of War, the first 3 kills, did go to the side of the Krug Killas. So the next objective is going to be a really big deal. Psychopathic Poro is going to get stunned. Sass Raptor needs to get out of here. That is a red form Kane already getting the knock-up. Arcanist is there to stop Spectral on the counter gank. But the Sass Raptor gets good damage with the ultimate on to... What? Oh my gosh, that interaction was super weird. Psychopathic Poro is eaten and then goes inside the Tom Kench. Arcanist wants to get the Abyssal Voyage to try and knock up Spectral. Arcanist is with the Heartbreaker, picks up another kill, doing quite well on the Viego.
I forgot Viego also changes the champion portrait on the left side. I was like, where's Viego?
Shazbot's in some trouble, pops the barrier. That is the ultimate from both members of the Krug Killas. Clarified is alive. Ruin takes almost no damage, and here we are, finally ready to continue our game. And maybe we have a little bit of downtime. Call Me Soul actually takes a turret shot. That wall is pivotal. Kelsier forcing the flash with another rupture. And fight after fight, we are in. Holy cow.
Wow.
Can you breathe?
Not quite. So yeah, we have welcome to the overlay we've been wanting to put on for a while, and yeah, once again, it is in beta. We'll figure it out. Thank you for your patience. But yeah, that's so much stuff happening all the time. Love the play from Diego, just going crazy all over the place though.
Those culls are going to be really big for the side of Birb. Sivir has already completed that and can turn that in for the extra gold. And Kane is only 28 away. That's just 5-6 waves thereabouts. And that won't take too long. And I question the build there because it looks like assassin build items, but he's red. Arcanist getting hit with that. What's that passive called? Halo Blades. The Halo Blades passive. Good knockup again from Kelsier onto Classified. They don't have the root collar, but Kelsier gets the feast. Huge damage coming out of there. Going on to Ruin now. Psychopathic Poro is caught by 3, knocked up by the tidal wave. They want to give the kill to Spectral. Ruin is still alive, didn't get chased too far underneath the turret, and Shazbot will dodge away from the gank from Arcanist.
Yeah. Movement happening all over the place, and still just the one turret down for now.
If Birb
mid lane,
if Birb gets the next Drake, they get feats. If Krug Killas get the next 2, oh, never mind. There it is. It's done.
It is done. There's feats for Birb.
Now, just very briefly, what's your opinion on feats of strength and how they have changed the game?
It's an interesting change. It shakes things up. I'm a fan to just like trying out new things and having some fun. There's a little bit of discussion for that, but I don't have a lot of specific things. Kane's just gonna pick up a kill here.
Yeah, Sast Reaper needs to use the Grey Health as soon as possible. That's another knockup. Psychopathic Poro gets slowed, and Sast Reaper says, "Not even close, baby," because Spectral is here as well. Rift Herald has come onto the Rift. Psychopathic Poro has interesting gank paths. Arcanist has made his way up to the top side as well, and it is a 2v2 with supports roaming up and a teleport. Sast Reaper needs to be really careful. Leash me, please. Has made it up here. Might be in some trouble. Kelsier has arrived as well. The Rupture doesn't land. They're going to go onto Classified. Never mind. Arcanist comes in onto Leash Me, please. Knockup missed. Sast Reaper does get a slow, but Arcanist picks up the first kill. He is Nami, so he gets the Aqua Prison thrown down. Ultimate to get a little bit more damage. Picks up the Tom Kench body. Kelsier flashes over the Anivia wall, and it will make it alive because Arcanist ulted the other direction.
He pressed R the incorrect way. Oh no! Cho'Gath is able to Kelsier on the Cho'Gath is able to walk away just fine. Kane did die somewhere in there. I don't know if that was an execute or not.
It probably was. He went down at the beginning of the fight before Arcanist made it in. Swirl Seed does land onto Ruin. That's going to be the Lilting Lullaby cleansed, actually. Shazbot goes into the Blade Collar, gets the root onto Ruin, but he is fast. Barrier popped as well underneath the turret. They aren't going to keep following Ruin. Trying to deal the damage. Shazbot is taken down. That minion auto attack will do him in. Meanwhile, on the top side, Birb will pick up the Rift Herald, and they're going to give it to... Oh, it's Brom. I would have thought you'd give that to Kane. That's awkward.
Oh,
well.
Just a slight misplay, but there are worse things.
Definitely worse things. You still have the Herald, and to be honest, thinking about it just a little bit extra, your support holding on to that isn't a bad thing because he's going to be with other people. And when you summon the Rift Herald, you want your team to be able to push the wave and have the pressure to go after the turret, after the charge is
he can
done.
walk in with it and stay up there.
Kelsier caught underneath the turret, uses Aurelia's Reverie to try and get away. Knock up onto Arcanist. He has no flash, and he's out of movement speed buffs. Stunned with the concussive blows. Kelsier tries to get the knock up and the Feral Scream and live. He will not make it out.
That was strange, running down instead of running up towards your team.
Shazbot caught with the Rupture. Gonna hit the Blast Cone to try and run away. Now it's a 1v2. Arcanist does get quite a lot of damage onto Shazbot, but they do make it out alive. Leash Me Please helping there. Red turret goes down in the middle lane to Ruin. And now Spectral and the Sast Raptor are fighting the Psychopathic Poro in the wall that he saw. What just happened there?
Oh, just things.
Wow, that was wild. Leash Me Please is caught with a Spectral Maw, throws in the Tidal Wave, but it's not enough to save him from the Heartbreaker. He will go down to the Glacial Fissure, in fact. Shazbot goes into the Blade Collar and tries to run away, knocked up with the Aqua Prison and slain Arcanist on a rampage. And this game, very close.
Yes.
13 to 13 kills, only 6,000 gold different, but Birb are making a case for themselves as that 6,000 gold does say. They have turret pressure, they have objective pressure, but it's not as far away out of Krug Killer's control as it might seem based on the last few fights.
Yeah, the Krug Killers just needs to clean up some of these placements, and I think we can see a turnaround happen.
Call Me Soul has to flash. That Hail of Blades is silly.
Kelsier just going, oh wait, I remember this from the mid lane.
Mm-hmm. So, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I believe we got Voracious Otacon this time. It has been started by Psychopathic Poro. Do you have opinions on the changes to Ruinous Otacon with the respawn timers and the gold amount?
Yeah, I believe
Arcanist is gonna get eaten.
You.
Arcanist gets killed. There it is. Call Me Soul gets killed. Kelsier is on the chase. Clarified gets knocked up into the Aqua Prison as well. Knocked up by the Tidal Wave. Knocked up by the
bounce house,
knocked
buddy.
up by the Rupture. There's an inappropriate joke about Braum being a dad here, but we're gonna let that slide as Otacon has been taken on the top side by Birb. Ocean Drake taken by Krug Killas, though. That was a huge injection.
This isn't the Santa Braum skin. What's he doing in the air that much?
Now, that's the joke that should have come out first. Very well done. Sast Raptor wants to go in onto the Psychopathic Poro. He's just going to jump over the wall. That was a great prediction from Sast Raptor about where Poro was going to go. Gonna grab some honey fruit. Does he steal the red though? No, there is a smite on the side of Psychopathic Poro. He goes to the ultimate there, dodges out the bubble. Spectral gets the slow from the Q. They have the knockup. He is caught here on the front line. He's in the Baron Pit. He goes down and the false life is in. Arcanist actually killed Shazbot and had the Zaya body. Goes in, picks up yet another kill. Leash Me Please is in some trouble. Heartbreaker to take him down. I think that's a triple kill.
Yes, you are right. Viego going on a tear. And they're looking to take this mid lane turret they weren't able to take with the... they do take the mid lane turret that they were not able to take with the Rift Herald earlier.
Yeah, 6 grubs will do that for you. And Kelsier and Spectral can't really do anything about it at the moment. And all the while, Ruin with the Otacon buff says, okay, I'll just do this.
Oh, I'm just gonna take some more objectives. Yeah, Krug Killers are staying up with kills, but they're just slowly losing this gold advantage bit by bit, as well as just the pressure all over the map. Sast Raptor wants to
go on to Call Me Soul, just get the Heartsteel stack here off of Call Me Soul, but he's sitting and I don't want to say baking, but he is cooking in that ultimate, and that was a big kill for Call Me Soul.
That was a lot of just time sitting in an ultimate taking damage. That's unfortunate.
Absolutely. And the other unfortunate thing is, even if you're dead when Otacon is taken, you get the buff. Arcanist might be caught here. Shazbot helps get that one in. Arcanist is killed. And that's actually really important because he has been doing quite a lot of work for the side of Birb, and Krug Killas are happy to have him gone.
Yes. Please go away for a little bit. Would love to do that again when there is no Otacon buff on you.
Yeah.
And the other thing that's a bit of a misplay. Well, kinda, because you're going in that hard because you have the Otacon buff.
Exactly.
So it's difficult to call that a misplay because the reason why you're so deep is because you can abuse that buff.
Psychopathic Poro versus Kelsier. The knockup is going to land from the Rupture, but Psychopathic Poro does quite a decent amount of damage, and Kelsier is building more speed than damage or tank. So he is going to take quite a lot. Leash Me Please is here into his ultimate. Heals a silly amount because he's red. Kane Spectral has joined Leash Me Please, but will they get him? They managed to get the sleep into the bubble, and Leash Me Please picks up the kill. Up on the top side, Arcanist is on a rampage again.
Excellent. We have a couple of major items coming into play as well. We finished a Heartsteel on... never mind. He swapped Heartsteel out for Trinity Force just now. Actually, interesting.
Exciting. Baron spawns at 25 minutes, and immediately Birb say, that's our play. The attack speed off the Sivir, the damage from the Viego, the ultimate from the Anivia means that they take this within 15 seconds of spawn.
15-second Baron, and we're ready to reset and start running down the lanes. In fact, I would prefer them not to go Drake and just use this buff to the fullest ability. Do your quick reset and just pick a lane and get that inhibitor.
It's one of my favorite things to suggest and do with the Baron buff, and I really think it would be beneficial, especially if you send a few of your members top lane. You know, then you can't have the collapse from the side of the Krug Killas after they take the Drake. Just surrender the Drake, push mid and top, and you should be able to get quite a lot done. But the cheese here in the push,
in fact, the strongest play to make right now would be everybody push, and if you have Kane split pushing, that's okay, but everybody push bot lane, and then when you win the team fight, or after you take the inhibitor, you're already at Dragon, and then you can't fight, because you're so far ahead that you're going to win the team fight.
Spectral
and that's how you
gets
play
caught, has to flash away, very low, burning down from the items from Anivia. Call Me Saul landed a huge set of spells there to impact Spectral's ability to fight this Drake. And on the top side, Psychopathic Poro picks up an inhibitor. Clarified gets knocked up. Ruin is right next to him. Flash over the wall. Call Me Saul gets knocked up. Ruin gets the first kill of the fight. Ruin on the front line against Kelsier. They snare him, kill him as well. And now Arcanist flashes forward, gets the Heartstopper. Arcanist now going after Spectral, just jumps forward, picks up the kill. That's a double. The only member of Krug Killas alive is the Sassed Raptor, trying to defend the Nexus turrets. He goes down, and this is going to be the end of the game. 6 Scrubs plus Baron mean Birb take game number 2.
Very solid closing from there to just split push, win the fight. You are 10k up at the beginning of the fight, able to just chase them down, forcing the Sass Raptor to go back to try to defend, and he just can't. He was like 20% health underneath both Nexus turrets. Very good showing from Birb to be able to pick that up. Exciting plays all around.